I just feel bad for people that are still dating. Like, it's a tough world out there.
Dating now is like artificial. It's like
Tinder,
it's a bit.
all of that.
It's not fake, but it's a bit like it is a bit fake.
When you slid into the old DMs,
They haven't got that. Whether you call it temptation online or social media. So social media is the devil, really.
He's on what we like to call cuffing season.
I just saw a picture of your bum and just thought, oh, she's got a nice bum.
Oh no, that's really sad.
That's a bit of a sad one, isn't it?
And then
This is
I'm
the
sat
funny
there
thing with
eating
you
it.
though, because you're like, oh, I'd be embarrassed, but like it would be okay. Mate, if I said we're going out for dinner, I'm taking my Tupperware, you'd be like, okay, I'm not coming.
No, I never check the bill. I just
No,
let
you
you pay.
True.
I don't care. I'm just like, yeah, he does that. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Coaches with me, Emma, my co-host Mike, and the star of the show, Maxi Mukau.
Maxi Woos.
He's come.
Oh,
He wants to be seen today. Usually, he's hiding under the table.
No, he's been a bit weird today. Been very
Calm.
soppy and calm.
Yeah.
And maybe he's not feeling 100%. You all right, Max?
Yeah.
No, he's just ignoring me.
I hope everyone's well. How are you, Michael?
I'm good. Yeah, nothing to report.
No, this is day 2 of filming. We filmed for like 5 hours yesterday.
Yesterday, I'm trying to think. The last podcast was the Nessa and James, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I went to Spain after that.
Oh yeah.
Got ill. Just recovering from being ill now, but feel good. Yeah, nothing else is really. Last week was a bit of a meh week, wasn't it? What's going on?
Yeah. I feel like the weather's just making everything feel.
Yeah,
a
it's
bit
not
meh.
ideal, is it? I must say, it does change the morning walks. They're not as enjoyable.
When you weren't here, when you was in Spain, we had like cold weather.
Yeah.
It went really cold and it was really nice.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I got really in the mindset of like cozy autumn. And then like when you came back, that's when the weather went hot again. And
Went
now
hot
it's been
again,
like
yeah.
hot but raining and
Yeah.
storming and
So was it cold but not raining?
I think it rained sometimes, but there's a few mornings where it was like crisp.
Yeah, so
That is my favourite type of
cold,
morning.
but like blue sky, bit of white on the.
A dog walk on a crisp autumn morning is my
Yeah.
favourite.
Yeah.
Like when you can wrap up in a coat and you're not sweating. That's the thing. Like it rains, so I wear my big like waterproof thermal coat
And
to
it's
keep
too
dry,
hot.
and then it's so hot, so I'm like sweating. It's just there's no in between.
Yeah, I just yawned while you was talking, just in case you watch this back and then go, "Oh, you're rude." It was just accident.
No, you're bored.
Did someone say that in the comments?
Yeah, someone commented on one of our videos like I'm bored or something
no,
like that.
no, it's talking about me.
Oh no, they said he's mastered how to fall asleep with his eyes open or something like that. Because you were literally listening to me like this and you just looked like you weren't even paying attention.
That's funny. Anyway, today's episode, quite a fun one, I think it's going to be. We're going to do kind of reactions to dating stories. So yeah, should be a fun one. We've got a few dates to read out. I'll read them out. Emma can react and we'll give our 2 cents on what we think of that situation and what we would potentially do in that situation.
Well, we've got some dating stories, and we also put a thing on our story the other day, and a few people gave us some, but then we found some really funny ones online.
We found some funny ones online, so we thought, we'll go through them. They're quite funny.
Let's talk about the dating scene. Like that just seems so far away now. Like, do you remember like actually going on a date like for the first time, not knowing who they were, and it
the first.
Now it's just like you're just you.
I'm trying to think the first. I mean, it wasn't a date, was it? I met you on the field.
Yeah.
It was a bit like.
I just feel bad for people that are still dating. Like it's a tough world out there.
Tough world.
Like it's a tough
weird
world meeting someone
weird
new.
world.
Is it easier because of social media? Is it harder because of social media? I mean, we met over social media.
I think it's like not that there's more realness to it. There not being social media. Obviously, you've got to adjust with the times. But I do think like back in the day when you would meet someone at a bar, that's real. That's real date and real thing.
Because like if you meet someone, say someone said, "Oh, I know a friend," or I don't know, the first thing you're gonna do is go onto Instagram, look at their Instagram and see what they look like. Do you know what I mean? That's
back
almost
in
a
the
bit
day,
sad.
Like, you'd have to give someone like your home number. Do you know what I mean? You can't text them. You'd have to ring them. So you're forced to, you can't just hide behind a fucking screen. Whereas a lot of
Yeah.
people do now on Tinder, dating apps.
Yeah, so I guess maybe it is easier, but also it's not as
Authentic.
because you're
Like now
meeting them.
dating now is like artificial. It's like
Tinder,
it's a bit
all of that.
it's not fake, but it's a bit like it is a bit fake because people on I mean that's why you got catfishes, do you know what I mean? Because people can almost lie about their appearance, lie about online, lie about kind of what they do, who they are, they can come across different. Whereas if you're meeting someone in a bar or down the fucking skate park, or was it roller disco when they used to do back in the day? I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what the roller discos that they used to do back in the day, like a roller proper party? You go and meet down there, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you meet from school and stuff like that. Whereas I guess that's why relationships from people probably from the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, they last longer.
Yeah.
Because they've met at school or they've met when they're young and they just stay with each other because they haven't got that, whether you call it temptation online or social media. So social media is the devil, really.
Yeah. And even just like dating apps, like when we went out for brunch with my friends, one of my single friends got her dating thing up. And it's mad, like on your profile, you can put like a voice note so that people can like hear your voice and like just
that's quite good,
really
though.
random stuff
I
like
think that's
that.
better.
Yeah.
Because at least I mean, it's so artificial, but at least it's a little bit authentic that you can actually hear. I mean, they could probably fake what they sound like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine you turn up and, oh, but I small like these.
Yeah.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
Like,
No, do you know what? That's actually what I did. I remember when you slid into the old DMs. I remember I was with one of my friends and we looked at your Instagram and because you obviously were doing like some videos where you would speak in it,
bad ones.
and we listened to your voice, and she was like, "Oh, Emma, he's got quite a nice voice, like quite a manly voice." I was like, "Oh yeah, he has." Like just silly things like that. Like I knew what you would sound like before I even met you. Do you know what I mean? It's just weird.
I didn't know what you sound like though.
No,
I just saw a
didn't
picture of your
post stuff like
bum and
that.
just thought, oh, she's got a nice bum.
Yeah. So what should we do? Our little dating story?
Well, I think they've heard it before.
Yeah.
We could do our little one.
The first one. Well,
the first time we kind of met, obviously it was COVID and I was doing like outdoor PT. I mean, we've done this story a million times. So me and Emma met at a field near her sister's because she was living there. And I was like, oh, I'll train you. Or did I say I'll train you or we'll train together? The first one I trained you and then absolutely obliterated her legs. So she remembered me for a few days.
I mean, he had me doing the squats.
I had a
he had me doing
hip
the booty bands.
booty
Of course
bands,
he
I had
did.
doing it all.
And then he made me fucking sprint at the end. I'm like, wow.
And Emma hates running, by the way. And that was the second time we met up and trained. I was like making her run
together.
and she was giving it everything. If I said to her, run now, she'd tell me to fuck off.
Yeah.
But she didn't even say a word then. She was like, how fast you want me to run?
When we started training together, you started doing more like HIIT, like AMRAP type stuff that
we had
would
limited
literally be
equipment.
dying. But I'm the one that made us do 100 burpees.
Yeah,
do you remember?
that was she kind of.
I was like, let's do 100 burpees. And he was like, are you joking?
Absolutely
I was like,
not.
yeah, come on, just
Did it
10
though?
sets of 10.
Did it? Didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Did it though? And our first like official date, I was like, yeah, I'll take you to Brighton. And a nice little walk. Didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing.
We say official date. This is still in COVID time, so we can actually go out for like dinner.
Yeah,
We had to go get food. You know, when you could only get a takeaway, you can actually sit in places and eat. So we had to go get food and then take it somewhere and sit somewhere and eat
That was
it.
quite nice. Went for a little walk. I just winged it. Walked around a big circle. Went and got a Turkish and then sat on
The first ick.
No, not yet.
No, that's not yet.
That's the next one.
Disappointed. I was hoping to hear the ick story again.
That's coming next, mate. And we went and sat. And that was actually quite nice, wasn't it?
Yeah,
then
we
the
sat on the
second
beach.
date, official date is that's where it all went wrong.
Yeah.
It was a windy day.
It was a windy day. Mike hadn't had a haircut because all the barbers were shut, so he was wearing a hat to cover up his long, messy hair. And then the good old Brighton wind blew it off. It went rolling down the street.
I was running down
He
the
was chasing after it, hair like this in the air, flapping like that.
And it kept blowing.
And I was like, okay.
And it kept blowing and blowing. I was like, please stop. Please stop. Once I got it, I thought, oh, this is over. I might as well just go home now. But I pulled it back somehow.
Yeah.
So that was us. But anyway, let's get into
our dating was a bit boring because, like we said, we couldn't
It
really
was
do
COVID.
much.
Yeah.
Like,
Went to London when we could, but
yeah,
that was all right.
but we knew each other quite a lot by then.
I mean, all our dates were in this living room. we used to just put music on and drink tequila and get pissed.
Because again, you couldn't go anywhere. I used to just come around yours.
She fell asleep on the toilet around here. I panicked, had to nearly kick the door open. So I was thinking, have I killed her? I fell asleep naked on the bed. Emma's actually got a video which she's not going to put on because I'm butt naked.
I had to carry you and put you to bed.
We can blur it.
No chance. She saw more than what you saw, mate, when you took pictures of me.
Yeah, no one needs to see that.
Right, so let's get to it. We're going to go through some stories and then Emma can react and see what she thinks. So this is a woman and she's talking about a guy. So the guy took me to McDonald's for a date. He ate 5 hamburgers, one after the other, looked at his phone, asked me if I was horny and wanted to go back to his apartment so that I can do you. I politely declined and left. I have never been as disappointed in someone as on that date.
Right, let's unpack this. First of all,
a bit fucking weird.
He took her to McDonald's on a date. I mean, I know times are hard. I know there's a cost of living crisis, but you could have pushed the boat out a little bit more than McDonald's. Do you know what I mean? 5 hamburgers.
Yeah, bad choice.
I mean, I love my food, but on a first date, you really going to eat 5 hamburgers, whether you're a man or a woman?
At least had like a Big Mac or chicken select.
Yeah, or just maybe 1 or 2. What do you mean by he looked at his phone?
He just says he just looked at his phone and asked me if I was horny and wanted to go back to his apartment.
Right. I mean, you should have left when you rocked up to McDonald's. When he drove up to McDonald's, you should have said, right, I'm out.
McDonald's, I mean, I'm not going to... I mean, not for everyone, McDonald's is a red flag. It might float some people's boats, but...
Yeah.
5 hamburgers.
That's a lot.
And just look at you and say, are you horny? It's a bit weird.
There's only one reason she's there.
Next. Right, so it was around Christmas time. I had a date in a bar with a guy I had talked to online. The date was doing all right until he said I could never be with you in a relationship, but you could be my Christmas holiday girlfriend. Thanks, I said, I guess. I'm good enough to entertain you for a week or 2. I feel blessed. I got up and left. Didn't feel like wasting my day off on someone whom already knew to treat me like garbage. So what do you do in that situation?
So he's on what we like to call cuffing season. Have you heard of that?
Oh, so he's just looking for a little...
You know, like it's basically seasonal relationships. Yeah. So from the summer, you're single, you're going out, you're doing this
hot
and
girl
that.
Summer, all that jazz.
Yeah. And then it gets towards like cozy autumn, winter. You want someone to like snuggle up on the sofa with. You want to exchange Christmas gifts. So you're looking for, like a Christmas...
Like a part-time
partner.
But I think you would be a little bit more open than that, than just say it straight at the...
on the first date.
What's the point of going on a date? Surely you'd make that your Tinder profile, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You just say, looking for part-time girlfriend.
Yeah.
Enter here.
I think you can put something like that on your profile.
Can
like
you?
What you're looking, whether you're looking
like
for like a long-term relationship
I think like
just for fun or whatever.
I think obviously that person's gone away around the wrong way, but there's nothing wrong in that, I don't think. If both parties agree.
People date for different reasons, don't they? People date to meet people. People date for like long-term relationship. People date for just a bit of fun. Like they don't actually want a relationship. They just want to meet people and
Interesting.
So maybe they just weren't on the same page and they didn't know it.
Well, I mean, it's just a bit weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be my Christmas.
Oh, right. This was decades ago, so this was a while ago from the person who wrote this. A friend set me up to meet a woman that he knew. I went to the restaurant, waited and waited. Eventually, I left. I asked him what happened. She apparently come in, looked at me, decided I wasn't her type, and left. No courtesy to even greet me, so I could also leave.
Oh, no, that's really sad.
That's a bit of a sad one, isn't it?
That's horrible. Do you know what? I don't think I could do that to someone. Like, if I walked in on a date and saw them and thought, straight away, they're not my type, I think I would still just see the date through. I just don't think I could do that.
Especially if it's like a blind date. Like if it's a blind date, it's like People do blind dates. Surely you show someone a picture.
Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, they
these
did say it
people
was
really do
decades
blind
ago.
dates now.
So I mean, this could be like when there was no social media or phones.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be tricky, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But you never know. Like, okay, you might think someone's not your type, but then you could get talking to them, and you could really get along, and you could actually find so
but
much
looks
more in
do
them.
play a
They
big
do
part.
play a big part, but I wouldn't say they're like the be or well for some
They
people.
are to us. They are to a limit. I think.
Yeah, but I don't think they're the be all and end all for everyone.
It's not that. It's not all based on looks. No, I mean obviously personality is a massive thing. Like you'd probably rather have someone who's not as attractive but has a really nice personality and you actually get on with than someone you don't get on with, you can't stand, but they're very attractive. I think that person might be a bloody 2-week fling, but if you want a relationship, then it's got to be your person, you know?
Have you ever watched Love Is Blind?
What's that?
It's a dating show.
No, 'cause it's probably a load of crap.
Yeah, but basically they're in 2 separate rooms and they can hear each other but they can't see each other.
Okay.
And they basically go on multiple dates like that, and then they decide who they really like, and
they go off like this
and then they
talk.
propose to them, and they've still never seen them, and then they meet each other for the first time. So that's all about meeting someone on like a deeper level and actually getting to know their personality and stuff, and not having a clue what they look like.
Sometimes they see him and they're like, oh my god.
Yeah, sometimes you sort of can see they're like, that's
no.
not who I imagined, or like,
Oh.
yeah. But it's quite
That's a
good
tricky
because
one.
like when they're in the separate rooms, they connect on stuff that's so like you probably wouldn't connect on if you didn't do it. Do you know what I mean?
Right, one more on here. I do have another one as well. Right, this is about a date. We turn up to a pizza restaurant. We ordered and sat down. Within the first 5 minutes, my ex-girlfriend walks in. She sits down beside me and looks at the girl opposite me and looked her square in the eye and said, "You can date him, but no, I love him." The girl got up, didn't say a word to us, either of us, and left.
Wait, she said you can date him, but
I still love him.
I still love him. Oh, what a
Psycho,
weirdo! Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
How does she know that they were on a date in this place? She must have been stalking him. Oh, that's a bit.
That's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit of like
weird.
it's like that Netflix documentary.
Yeah,
the worst ex
the
ever.
worst exes. If you haven't seen that, watch it. It's brilliant.
I mean, that's a bit more weird.
It's brilliant, but also fucking mental. Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Of course, she actually followed them. How could you actually do that?
That's just weird.
Like, do you know what? I probably could follow you. If I wasn't with you, but I don't think I'd actually go into the restaurant.
You probably could stalk me, you weirdo.
I'd probably.
Mate, I'll tell you what,
around.
the most crazy like exes or stalkers is people are just absolutely just gone in their heads, aren't they?
They're just obsessed, aren't they?
Wishing you'd probably love me to be that obsessed with
Yeah, I'd love for you to be obsessed with me.
Shut up. That obsessed is actually
that's
it is bonkers. Yeah, I've got another one that so this is actually one that I actually heard when we were looking for them, but I haven't got it on my phone. So a man and woman met at a restaurant. They sat down and the guy asked for one menu. He got the menu, passed it over to the female and said, you can pick. She was a bit like baffled, like, well, are you just getting one menu? Are we like sharing food or what's the crack? He then went and had a backpack with him and got out his Tupperware and said, I'm going to eat my own food, but you can order from the menu.
What was he?
He was actually a fitness competitor, like did like bodybuilding, but didn't say that before the date.
Right.
So how would that go down for you? It was a nice restaurant as well.
I think I'd be a bit like, oh, you could have said, and we could have done something else.
It's a bit weird, do you not think?
No, I don't know. I think if that's what he's doing, then that's what he's doing. But just don't take me to a nice restaurant if you're going to get out your Tupperware. Like, let's just go for a picnic.
Would you not
or something.
would you not be embarrassed if you didn't know?
Yeah, I'd feel a bit embarrassed because then I'm sat there like, right, I'll have the steak and chips, and then
This
I'm
is the
sat
funny
there
thing with you though, because you're like, oh, I'd be embarrassed, but like it would be okay, mate. If I said we're going out for dinner, I'm taking my Tupperware, you'd be like, okay, I'm not coming.
Well, I'd say, what's the point in going out for dinner then? I'd just say, just eat at home.
Mate, she would be beefing me about doing that, but it's all right on a first date, isn't
No,
it?
I just say I'm eating like this at the moment, so I won't get anything. Do you want to do something else? And I'd be like, yeah, let's go do something else. Do an activity date where you don't have to eat. Go to the cinema. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bit weird that. Just wow. It'd be weird for someone who's not either into bodybuilding or something. Obviously, we can understand why that person's done that because obviously he wants to participate in the date and doesn't want to ruin his goals or whatever he's doing. But to not say that to the person
Before
is very strange because that person would be like, "This is very weird."
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, don't you have a few?
Yeah, the ones a few people put some on our Instagram page, which is quite good. I did have it up and it's gone now. So the first one is this person slipped over and they were on a date. He slipped over and booted the date in the shoulder midair before landing on his back.
That'd be a bit awkward.
That's a bit awkward.
I mean, it'd be
isn't
quite
it?
funny.
It would be quite funny.
Quite funny.
But it depends on the person, innit? Some people might find that funny.
I
Some
don't know. You'd have
people
to.
might be like,
it
what
kind of breaks the ice. Literally, if you slipped on ice. Because if that person got all like aggy and like weird about it, then they're just a bit of an odd person.
Yeah, they can't.
If they
have a
kind of
laugh.
helped you up and laughed and found it funny,
Yeah,
breaks the ice.
that
of the
is
date.
true.
I mean, it's almost like the hat coming off, but the hat's probably a bit more of an ick.
Yeah,
than
sometimes you
slipping
need
over.
a bit of a laugh to like feel
There you
comfortable.
go. That's probably why I did
don't
it.
you?
I knew it was going to come off.
The next person is sneak checking the bill after I paid, making sure she approved of the amount. So they're obviously out for dinner and he's paid the bill, but then she's had a look at how much it is. It's a bit sneaky, isn't it?
It's a bit bizarre.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, some people just like to check the bill, probably to see how much it was. Maybe they might have had intentions to pay next time, just to make
Doesn't
sure
sound
they.
like they did.
Maybe they're just checking the bill to make sure that. I don't know. Yeah, a bit odd. I mean, if I paid for the bill, you'd probably check it.
No, I never check the bill. I just
No,
let
you
you pay.
True.
I don't care. I'm just like, yeah, he does that.
He'll
Part.
do that. I'm gonna.
That's his job.
I forgot my purse.
Oh, I forgot
Actually,
it.
no, I need to go to the toilet. Do you mind if I go to the toilet? And you just sort of bill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that next time we go out. Just go to the toilet when the bill comes.
Next one, passed out in the cinema on a date and woke up wrapped in tinfoil.
Yeah, that's awful.
Oh my God, could you imagine? She must have been mortified.
Mortified. You just pass out and then, yeah, waking up in tinfoil. Like, what the hell happened?
Like, what actually
How was the
happened? I
film?
wonder how the date was like. He was probably thinking, oh my God, like what's going on?
That's a crazy one. But anyway, some funny stories there.
Yeah. Good old dating
I did come
sim.
across loads of like horror stories, but they're a bit weird. Maybe we could do that another time. But
Yeah,
there's
that's
some
a bit
even weirder people out there. To be fair,
Yeah.
really weird people out there. So be careful when you're dating. Make sure you do your due diligence because there are some weirdos in this world. And
There is.
stay clear.
There is.
What are you going for
Do you
now?
want me motivational quote of the day?
Yeah, I think it's.
Motivation quote of the day is, sometimes it's not how good you are, but how bad you want it.
Sometimes it's not how
good you are, but how bad you want
Yeah,
it.
that's where the inner motivation and hard work comes from, you know, kind of wanting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good
Because you
one.
would be good, you can be good at something, but if there's no actual purpose as to why you're doing it, then
Yeah.
it's
It's
not.
like the saying, isn't it? Like hard work beats talent that doesn't try hard. So you can be very talented at something, which a lot of people are, but they just got no drive or will to do it and they don't care. Whereas if you've got someone who's not very talented, but really obsessed with the thing they're doing, they absolutely love it and they give their absolute best, they're probably going to be better than you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
Good little
It's a good
quote
little
that
one.
to round it off.
Maybe if you're struggling with motivation, just think about how bad you want it, why you want it, what's that going to do for you, and that will give you the little push that you need.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, thank you everyone for listening to our dating stories, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Yeah, if you do like that, make sure you give it a like, make sure you give it a subscribe, and we'll do a part 2 if it goes down well.
Thank you very much.
See ya.
Ta-ra.